Nintendo sues maker of Palworld, a game some have called Pokemon with guns. Again, well, not exactly again. Remember, I did a video on this and I said it's coming sooner or later. You know why later? I'm going to save the drama for a little bit later, okay? Just bear with me. Let me just read and present to you what I have. I did a video on this, and I also kind of review game and test games. I did a review on Palworld, played just once, and I said, hey, this is exactly like a copy. Pretty much. I played Pokemon. I grew up playing Pokemon on Game Boy, whatnot. Literally. So I gave my own unbiased opinion, kind of backlashed. Hey, you don't know anything. This is so much better than Pokemon. Oh, they started calling this Pokemon with guns. Ironically, I've seen the development go on. I'm like, dude, okay, impressive. Just because I didn't like it because I'm a dinosaur, old fart, right? I mean, it's not that I didn't like it. Just that there's so much other games I probably enjoy a lot more. So I have to balance out my work and all this stuff, right? So for me, it was just a one day or maybe a week game. That's it. But this game took off. And I also said initially, Nintendo would, because of all this thing. Yeah, look at this. Guy looks like a Pikachu. Come on, come on. Just a little angry Pikachu. All right? Debatable? You know it. The whole thing, the modeling of the game, the Pokédex is literally like Pokemon on steroid to some extent. You can call it whatever you want, right? There's Digimon and all this stuff. However, I said, this is how the lawsuit works, all right? Nintendo, come on. Early stage, the game is not making much money. Palworld. Let's wait. This is a controversial take. Let's wait till the game takes off. Once they make a lot of money, then let's file a lawsuit. Then we can take all the money and also shut them down. What are the chances? Because when you're starting out and you're copying some so-called, that's why we have to be so careful when you're a new startup, whether in a gaming space or whatever space. This trademark thing, the IP infringement is very important. You might say, hey, you know what? They didn't say anything. It's been a month, 2 months, 6 months, nothing happened. Yeah, but when it happens, it hits you hard. Usually they wait for the other company who's whatever, copying, alleged copying, wait for them to make significant amount of money, because then you can file a lawsuit, and if you win, you get all the money. I mean, it's huge, right? However, this happened, this latest, and Palworld responded to this so-called lawsuit, which I'm going to show you in a second, all right? So in a nutshell, Palworld, a survival strategy game known colloquially as Pokemon with guns. Whenever you put this tagline itself, Pokemon with guns, you're attracting the whole Nintendo, whatever you want to call it, right? Is a target of a patent infringement lawsuit filed by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. Nintendo said the lawsuit against Pocket Pair, the company behind Palworld, was filed September 18 in Tokyo District Court. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against the alleged infringement and compensation for damages. See that? Compensation. On the grounds that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights, according to Nintendo. Nintendo will continue to take necessary actions against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over the years, the company said in a statement Thursday. Now, a lot of you, obviously, you love Palworld and you hate Nintendo. Hey, man, you guys can't make anything better than Palworld, and this is all you have to do. Like, just come and file a lawsuit. I understand. I totally understand. Yeah? However, this is exactly how this whole thing works. Corporation, power, greed, whatever you want to call it, right? So hence, you still have to be careful on the legal side. Palworld. And if you notice, they have almost 500,000 followers. That's huge. It's a brand new multiplayer open world survival, crafting monsters, collectible games. Regarding the lawsuit, yesterday, a lawsuit was filed against the company for patent infringement when we have received the notice of the lawsuit and will begin the appropriate legal proceedings and investigations into the claims of patent infringement. At this point, we are unaware of the specific patents we are accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details. Pocket Pair is a small indie game company based in Tokyo. They're also based in Tokyo. So both are Japanese companies? Our goal is, as a company has always been to create fun games. We will continue to pursue this goal because we know that our games bring joy to millions of gamers around the world. Palworld was a surprise success this year, both for gamers and for us. We were blown away by the amazing response to the game and have been working hard to make it even better for our fans. We'll continue improving Palworld and strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. It's truly unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to game development due to this lawsuit. See this? This is very important because they don't know the outcome yet, and hence they're putting this out there. They're even not 100% sure, so hence they said we will probably have to pause the development for whatever extent because we have to do with the lawsuit first. However, we will not do our utmost for our fans and to ensure that indie games developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. See, when you say creative ideas, but again, it's related to this Pokemon, to the culture. If you notice, the Pokédex, very similar culture. You cannot debate on that. And you're sure all the other companies, there's so many others that's doing the similar stuff, okay, but this actually resembles a lot more. Like if you look at this is like a Pikachu without a doubt. I remember Pikachu, just angry Pikachu. But sure, if they copied exactly, I've seen people copy Among Us, this, that, get away. So I'm sure for indie gamers all the way, but in legal you got to be so careful because you can see exactly what happens, right? Now I'm actually going to see some of the comments here. You can see 2.1 million views. Palworld is 100x better than Pokemon. Sure. Nintendo is more evil and does more harm to gaming than PlayStation, PC, and Xbox combined. Very sad. By the way, I never owned a Game Boy or any. I don't think I have any besides the Super Mario console way back in the 90s, late 90s. I don't think I've owned anything else. No V's, nothing. I had an Xbox, Sega. Is Sega Nintendo? No, Sega isn't. Wait, Sega isn't. I didn't have any of these boxes, the cubes or whatever. Then straight I went to PS3, PS4, PS5. I had Xbox 360. That's it. So I can only comment on the and yes, I played Pokemon emulators, whatnot. Hearing what Nintendo has been doing for cutting down access, blah blah blah, must be an evil company, right? Best of luck. Instead of bullying smaller companies, the ones going after you guys should make better products. I agree as well. Right? They should have seen as a challenge and be like, hey, you know what? Look at this here. You stole the idea of the next game. My point is, see it as a competition. Maybe you can't compete. Maybe you can. So instead, just file a lawsuit, right? Just make whatever money they were making. But I was actually surprised. I really didn't pay attention that both are Japanese companies. Both of them. Claims of patent infringement. In other words, we literally have nothing except the concept idea on how to capture Pokemon. They have zero reason to be suing you guys. See this here? They had no problems with Digimon for 20 years. Digimon, Pokemon with guns. And I'm not even sure. Isn't there any kind of date? Like, can we not create something similar 20 years later? Is it like perpetuity? Crazy. Because I loved Pokemon at one point. And it's sad that they didn't do any kind of development and this, stuck with their own thing, whatever. And now somebody creates something like Palworld. Just, I don't know. Like I mentioned in the beginning, it was just too slow for me. Just build and this and that. But there's a huge audience. Back then, when I was, again, I'm a dinosaur right now. So back then when I was playing Pokemon, if you introduced me something like Palworld, maybe I would have loved it, right? But if I really have to compare, they have done a lot. I've seen the development. I mean, wow, impressive. All the flying, like Lapras, like legendary Pokemon or whatnot. They've done quite a few things. Look, F Nintendo, Palworld forever. Wow, competition healthy. Here, Nintendo really needs to be humbled, and competition is healthy for everyone involved. I just told you, if they can't beat in competition, how about just take you down, right? That's what we're playing with. Oh, look at this. Y'all got this. Hey, this guy reminds me of one of the Poke characters too. I forgot about it though. But yeah, you can use AI and create so many characters now, resembling one and the other. Don't know where the boundary lies, man. W, game, L, lawsuit. Win, loser, lawsuit. Nintendo burning bridges, I see. You see, it's all against Nintendo. We have a lot of companies that's like pretty wild. It wasn't like this. Look at Ubisoft. I remember good old days. Ubisoft had so many games. Now they're just coming out with cringeworthy stuff. Lock your stuff. Can't use same game. I mean, this is ridiculous. I have to buy a game on PC, then I have to buy a separate copy on PS5. I can't do cross gaming. Like, what is this? I have to buy multiple copies just to play on different PCs as well. This is a little too much, right? Some of the companies are doing as well. And then you see Sony, PlayStation, instead of coming out with some better games, nope, let's actually create PS5 Pro. Bro, you just released the latest one. There's barely any new games on PS5. Most of them are remastered. But all of a sudden, Christmas came early. We need more people to buy. So let's create a new one and make it $700 just because we added the Pro word. Anyways, Yeah, that's all I have for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out.